Okay, welcome everyone as we learn the Mishnah Yomis for this wonderful Tuesday night. As we are sponsored by the Fisher family, the Nishmas Basi Bas Robert, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We are also learning Leila Nishmas David ben Chaim, Yomis ben Chayesar, Lefu Shalema, and for the Schus of Rav Aminyam ben Shma Malki Yudis and family. We learn also sponsored by Yoel Klugman and family for their Parnasa Gesundheit Nachas and Lefu Shalema for Meir ben Chayesara. So in this Mishnah, here, Eddie is looking mischievous, so we're in the 9th parak Mishnah Daled. So what happened is Eddie agreed to be a chayker on my field. That's a tenant farmer, which means that no matter what the field produces, Eddie promises to give me 50 bushel of high-quality wheat. Right? It's not a percentage deal. It's a chayker. He's a tenant farmer. Now, what happens is therefore Eddie, being the chevraman that he is, why do you think he's always in a different city every week? Or every few days. They run him out of town. So Amikabel Sodom Mechaveiroi, he accepted to be a tenant farmer on my field, and therefore he doesn't want to weed the wheat. He doesn't want to weed it. He says, Rabbi Weiss, what's the difference to you? What do you care? I'm giving you 50 bushels of clean wheat. I sell it, my buyers don't care. I'm not going to bother to weed the field. Ain't Shaiman Lai. We don't listen to him. Why? Because I tell him, yeah, Eddie, you're not going to weed. And even if when you harvest it, it gets destroyed, but seeds are going to fall in my land. And when you leave, I'm going to be left with weeds growing in my field. I could tell him, on the morrow, after the year, you're going to leave, and now I'm going to have my land growing weeds all over the place. So he has to weed it. Okay, now, in the next case, Eddie does a different arrangement. He's a sharecropper, an oris. And that means that he pays me a percentage. Now, he agreed to be a sharecropper. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good season. There wasn't good rain, and maybe there was blast or other ailments, and the field did not yield a good crop. So Eddie doesn't want to bother. He says, look, for that pitiful amount, I'm not willing to do it. Now, if he doesn't work, I don't get a percentage. So could I force him to work so I should get my percentage? So it depends how pitiful the crop is. If after working the crop, it will yield enough to make a pile in the field, then chayav l'tapel. Then he has to do the work. If it's not enough even to make a pile, then I can't make him work. Right? Then he could go sell cucumbers or whatever he does. But otherwise, if it will make a pile, I can make him work. So Rabbi Yehuda right away says, what kind of a shear is a pile? I mean, you're talking about all kinds of sizes of a field. So even if it's a huge field, still I can make him work if it just makes a pile? He says that can't be the blanket shear. Rabbi Yehuda, ma kitzvah bakri. How can you make a fixed amount, a pile? Elim yesh ba kedei nefila. If upon harvesting the yield, it would be enough of a yield to replant the field from its seeds, then he has to harvest it. If it doesn't yield enough even to develop seeds to replant the field, then Eddie could tell me, sayonara. Eddie could tell me, this is not worth my work, and he doesn't have to do it. Again, I want to say to my Mishna Yomis that we have the Chumash on Noach tomorrow night. We do not yet have a sponsor, so if anybody wants to sponsor it, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a wonderful day.